Hi, Darren. Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
Thank you. Thank you. On my behalf and all your fans in Panama, well, just hi and welcome to our country. This show it's huge. It's huge in North America. It's huge in Panama, in Europe, in so many different countries. It's resonated with so many people. What was it like? First time, you get the call, you're going to be a part of this humongous show. First reactions, how was it?
It was out of nowhere. I'd heard of this show many times. I'd never seen it. My mom flipped out. She's been a fan of the show since day one. But it's one just a blessing to be working as an actor right now. It's a very tough landscape out there. But two, to be on a show that seems to really touch people is an even greater gift. So I am very thankful.
One thing that I've always been curious about is, many people might have some ideas of what it's like for an actor to be a part of a hospital TV show. Now that you've been on one, can you tell us about something that most people might think happens when acting on a hospital TV show, but doesn't necessarily happen that way?
So there are, I'd say 9 times out of 10, when you see, someone in a hospital bed being rushed in or behind you, those are all complete silicone dummies. Like most of them are literal just molds of human beings. They look so real, down to the fingerprints, to the toes. It's eerie sometimes.
I wanted to make a couple of fans part of the conversation, and they had a question. For example, Diego David says, will we be seeing more crossovers with One Chicago, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD?
Oh yeah, I think we have one coming up next week. So yeah, I think it's been a while since they've done that. I don't know, if they're going to do it every season, but this one is going to be special, and it's definitely going to leave an impact.
We also have Silvina, who wants to know, when you get a role, for example, in this case, in the emergency room, do you go and observe other doctors, or how do you actually prepare for a role like this?
I did my due diligence, like watching past seasons, some of them, just to get a feel for the show and how it flows and the speed. But we very thankfully have a medical, technician or consultant on set at all times. That's either a real surgeon or a real medical professional in some esteem. And they make sure we're pronouncing the words right, that we're doing the surgeries right. They make it look as real as television could possibly replicate a real ER. So,
and hasn't happened yet that people come up to you and ask you about medical advice after seeing you on the show, or not yet?
No. If that ever comes up, I try to divert attention to another topic, because
yeah, totally.
Do not rely on me.
Yeah, it's way too risky. It's way too risky. You just came into a huge family. The Chicago family. It's been there for years. How was that welcoming for you? Do you feel yourself a part of the family now?
Day one, everyone was so graciously inviting and welcoming and helpful. I've never felt out of place here, and that's a blessing. So thank you to them.
Yeah. Thank you, Chicago team.
We need to rethink how this ED operates.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Un Chicago, nueva temporada. Universal Plus, lo bueno de ser adulto.